Hey guys, welcome to day 6 of Heroes of the Cards 3. It is the final day here. We have come a long way. It's all down to this. We have our final 3 players, Savjz, EKOP, and Powder. We're going to be starting things off in the upper bracket with EKOP and Savjz. Kriparian, are you excited for it?
Yeah, pretty excited. Both these players haven't dropped a game yet. This is the winners' final. That doesn't mean it's the end of the road here. Whoever loses this one will play Powder in the next match, and the winner of that will then play into whoever wins this match. So if you lose here, you're not out of it yet. And in fact, your chances are still pretty good, but it's certainly better if you win. And
Yeah.
who's your money on? You got ECOP or
I mean,
Savjz?
oh
The
man,
Zeus still rule?
my heart my heart wants Savjz, but my head says EKOP. Man, he's crushing. It's hard to bet against someone who has still not lost a single game with the Zoo deck. And his Hunter deck
Yeah,
did really well yesterday as well. I mean, he was 2-1 with his Hunter deck, I believe, and he's 7-0 overall with his Zoo. So it's like,
that's right.
how can you bet against that?
It's pretty funny. Savjz and ECOP were once on the first Hearthstone team, the Doggy House. And I got
Oh
a
yeah.
chance to hang out with them, do the ESG and stuff. They're both pretty cool dudes, and both very different personalities. Savjz is the passive type, and ECOP is the um, well aggressive type, let's say.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as the decks, these players I don't think have faced each other. This is the winner
Yeah.
of Group A versus the winner of Group B. Um, they are running a lot of the same though. Both players are running Warlock. Both players are running Hunter. Both players are actually running Warrior. ECOP with the Priest and Savjz with the Druid. They've also likewise chosen to ban each other's Warlock decks. So that undefeated ECOP deck will not see play in this match, and maybe that'll hurt him. When you're undefeated with a deck, having your opponent ban it for you does seem quite appropriate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you'd have to say that like not banning him would be a mistake at this point. He just isn't losing with it, and
Yeah.
especially even after we saw Lothar lose to it, and he had a deck setup that you felt was advantageous against that Zoolock. So for
Yeah.
Savjz, who doesn't really have that kind of aggressive deck style,
Hmm.
it's definitely something you want to get out of there. So. It should be interesting, but the game is going to be starting up shortly, guys. I'm very excited for it. It's going to be pretty awesome, I think.
Hmm. I do think that the strength of ECOP's lineup right now is the Priest. The Priest tends to do quite well against the Warrior. It tends to do well enough against the Druid. Some Druid openers you just cannot stop. And it also does quite well against the Hunter. So I feel that's one deck that Savjz doesn't have a great answer to. Um, the Hunter, the Warrior do pretty well. The Druid has a good chance, and Hunter Mirror is always there. And the Warrior, I feel like Hunter can always win against Warrior. Druid can often win against Warrior, and the Warrior Mirror. But I think the Priest, if it doesn't get too unlucky, I think it does favor ECOP in this deck lineup at least.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that for sure. It is a good point. But we've seen some pretty wild stuff, and it really has this tournament. I feel like has been one of the least predictable that we've seen so far. Just as far as like deck matchups and stuff like that. Like from the tournaments that I watch, there's always some surprises. There's always some upsets, but in general, it's you kind of have more of a good idea like with what matchups are going to be strong matchups, weak matchups. But from what we've seen, it's like there's been so many games where it's the deck that's meant to be losing is winning, and it just seems to be happening
Hmm.
like way more often than not in this tournament.
Well, it's a probability game.
Yep,
You're happy
of
if
course,
your deck is supposed to win 60% of the time.
of
That's
course,
actually a
yes,
very good case.
yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah,
ECOP thinking about going Priest.
yeah.
All he really has to do is kind of dodge the Druid, but I think that's exactly what he's queuing into. I think this is actually the worst case for ECOP here.
Yeah, yeah, it is gonna be that Druid. So Druid versus Priest to start things off in the upper bracket finals. Wild growth in hand right there for Savjz. So not too
Normally,
bad.
Shadow Menace is kept against an aggressive deck, but Shadow Menace doesn't actually hit many Druid creatures. Usually, it's
Only
off
four
like a
attack
Keeper or
minions.
something. Yeah. The Druid game is it kind of skips the early game. It has like mana acceleration cards.
That's a nice
hand.
And
then just the mid game and early removal. That's a very nice hand.
Yeah, I know. He held on to Circle of Healing and drew into the Blade Master. And if you go second as a priest and you have Circle of Healing Blade Master, it's like so ridiculous how far ahead that can put you. And I mean, the fact is he's gonna get to draw off that as well, unless this gets wrathed up, and I'm not sure it will. So, wow. I mean, this already is gonna put him so far ahead. Like being able to coin Blade Master Circle of Healing is sometimes something that puts you in like an almost unlosable position. Like it's crazy how far ahead this puts him. I mean, the problem is just that like when you have a 7 HP minion down on the board, like if the priest starts to get into a position where they can just be efficient and just kind of like trading things in for it, just healing up their minion over and over, it gets so hard for you.
You have that second Circle of Healing too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, he can just kind of trade in here. Intelligently going to use that heal first before he trades in his creature. But yeah, it's like most of the stuff you play into this is just gonna be getting killed off, and that's the real problem here. And I mean, he even has Silence Holy Smite in or no, he doesn't have Holy Smite. There's a Holy Nova, but he does have Silence in hand to deal with the Sludge Belcher, and he can do that extra damage by playing Pyromancer and Silence if he actually plays that Sludge Belcher. So I mean, he has the perfect answer for that as well, and it's just gonna get kind of more and more out of control. Will have the mana to heal up after that also, and I mean, he could drop the Shade, but it's like if he drops Shade, it's gonna be Shade hero power, and it just depends how much of it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, he wouldn't be able to do it this turn, but next turn he could. Yeah, we have to remember the Druid is a turn ahead because of the Wild Growth. But yeah, so I mean, I think it's just gonna be attack in, drop the Pyromancer, and Silence, and then that'll be the last damage, and no Death Rattle.
Yeah.
And then just heal up the Blade Master. I think that's quite nice.
I'm just thinking if there's a better alternative here.
Doesn't look like there really is anything else though. I mean, you could drop the Akanai, you could Thought Steal. I mean, there's not really. I think that's the play.
Yeah, that is the play. The reason I don't like that too much is not like great health-wise. Like the Blade Master, he goes to 3 and you heal him to 4, and then you have a Wild Pyro at 1.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly. Actually, no, he would go to 3, so it'd be a 3 health Injured Blade and a 1 health Wild Pyro.
Yeah, so it plays into Swipe.
It's no longer that strong of a board. Yeah. It plays into Wrath.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, plays into a lot of things. Oh, Circle of Healing. Okay, so that could be. He could. Yeah, he might just Circle of Healing. He's definitely. Oh, okay. He considered it. Decided against it. He wants to keep. And I mean, what? How do you feel about that? I mean, it's like he has the Akanai Circle combo in hand. So do you?
You think Circle Heal because the Pyro is out.
Yeah.
Is just not that useful.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially with Akanai Circle, this is probably gonna get swiped up. I mean, has to really. No, I mean, I guess it doesn't. You can just
get Wrath.
Yeah, just Wrath.
This would not get swiped because the problem with the Druid is it's hard to get the Priest down because you have to deal with the board, then you have to go for face.
What's swipe?
I'm actually really surprised to see that.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess, well, was the swipe, but yeah, I mean, the more I think about it, the more I like the other play more. I wonder what maybe he's, I'm actually not sure. I'm actually not sure why.
It's the same amount of mana, you just trade a swipe for a Wrath. The only reason that I could think of is he doesn't like his hand, he wants Wrath to redraw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what kind of what I was thinking, is that he may want to use it for a draw.
So basically there he has the option to Holy Nova wipe the board or save an Akanai combo here. And the Akanai combo is absolutely going to pay off.
Yeah, especially, drops the charge minion into it. So this is going to get a bit gross. And I think with how dead Savjz's hand is, it's like he just doesn't have anything in hand. It's gonna get pretty rough.
And this is heal self Arcanite, circle healing.
Yep. Oh. What? I find that really surprising.
It is a little surprising, because if we're going to see a keeper now, it's going to be a very easy trade. No keeper though, but it can still be drawn. I think here you'd wrath for one to try to draw the keeper. Actually no, because if you did that, then it could trade itself.
Then it can trade itself. Yeah, I don't think that's. I think you have to pretty much ignore it. You could wrath your own guy for one if you want, but I mean, I don't think so. I mean, this is pretty solid play too, but it seems like when there's just like an easy circle like that, it's like pretty ideal. Because if he did have the silence, it would have been problematic. Well, he's gonna go for it.
I'm screwed if I don't draw Keeper of the Grove play.
Yeah.
Let's see if he draws Keeper of the Grove.
Nope.
This is big if he does. Nope.
It's another, but this.
I think this is good enough though.
Yeah.
You force him to take one of those minions.
Oh, he's just going all face. Yeah. Oh, never mind. He was gonna hit. Oh, I was gonna be surprised if he did that. Okay, so he does steal a tree. That's not so bad. And he has the other Force Nature in hand, and he does have him at 15 HP. So if he draws in a Savage Roar next turn, that could be something pretty big. We'll see if taunts are gonna get played. How nervous he's feeling. I'm thinking he is just gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna drop the Belcher.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you have to, because there has been a couple cards sitting in hand the whole time. You have to respect that, even though there's only 2 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, that play was actually very good. I didn't quite realize the scale of that, but it does put EKOP at a pretty low health pool.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
EKOP is basically forced to play defensively because, I mean, turn 9 is... Oh, wow!
There it is. There's that Savage Roar.
Wow. Had he not done that, he would have died.
Yeah. And he's still not quite out of the woods just yet. We'll see what he can get done here.
Line control.
He kind of needs to taunt up again. I mean, he does need to taunt up again, unless he can...
The taunt is more risky because it could be Black Knighted.
Yeah.
I actually think Druid Claw and Charge is the better play.
Okay, and just trade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that is a good play.
Okay, so Savjz right now, he just needs a creature. Oh, wow. That is the deadest of draws right now.
Yeah. Yeah, having a turn 10 hero power is so gross.
It does open up. He can now top deck Savage Roar for lethal unless there's a taunt. Because Force Nature Savage Roar, Innervate Savage Roar, I think is 22.
If this game goes more than another turn or two, though, I feel like it's going to get pretty bad.
Wow, that's a draw.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ancient Allure, Keeper.
Problem is, he's probably just going to bring it back to his hand. Like,
I feel like the Savage Roar combo is so strong, and you want to save Keeper to actually like take out a taunt. You don't want to like silence Ysera really. Yeah. Like you don't actually care if he awakens because you're the one applying the life.
It's gonna get dreamed though. That's the thing. It's just gonna get dreamed very likely.
Yeah, it's gonna get dreamed. I think it's very easy dream here.
Yeah, I don't. You can't not dream it when you're at 17 HP and combo can be in hand.
Right.
So I mean but that's gonna
be so trade with Holy Nova.
Yeah, that's true. Plays the cultist, he's certainly not doing that, but we'll see. I like just dropping the cultist, healing yourself, and dreaming it. I mean, it's just like gives you huge board control. It's putting you higher and higher HP. It's really. But he may just Holy Nova, yeah. Definitely fine as well, and gets rid of that.
Alright, well Ysera has so much health it doesn't actually matter. It takes a little bit of damage. But
Emerald Drake's quite nice as well.
All Savjz has to draw is the other Savage Roar, and he has 2 turns to do it. So if I was Savjz here, I would use the Ancient Allure and then use Wrath. just to draw another one. Not anything really. Actually, if you hero power this turn, you have a little bit better chance that you might have another turn after that. You still have another turn after that actually if you hero power face next turn and don't die.
Oh, wait, what's he gonna innervate? Okay, innervate Shade. That makes sense. The Shade is actually, yeah.
The Shade puts down another 5. The Shade is actually lethal if he doesn't heal himself and deal with the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty crazy that he's still like in that kind of that scary of a position, because the Priest does seem like he's so dominant, but that combo is always looming there, and it doesn't seem like the Priest really has any more taunts or anything. So
I don't think you want to circle here either.
no.
I actually think you'd consider Thought Steal and try to get another taunt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because looking through his options, there's really not a lot.
The issue is you can't Thought Steal a Keeper. You do want Keepers.
I mean, is there any cards in his deck you think that he's really like hoping to have right now? Because he could obviously heal. Like he could drop his card and draw with the circle or something like that. I mean, Auchenai. Is he? Oh, he's gonna Auchenai circle, I guess. Really wants to get rid of that Shade. That makes a lot of sense. He knows that he would die with the combo, so. Yeah. I guess his Sarah Awakens as well in hand.
Oh, wow. If you didn't use Innervate last turn, you would have had guaranteed lethal this turn.
Yeah, with the double Savage Roar.
That's the 22.
But it's so hard to make those decisions. It seems like a really good play to drop the Shade, you know? Because you don't know if you're gonna draw that Savage Roar.
He still has an Innervate in the deck, I believe, though. That's 9 cards. That's over a 10% chance to win here.
And I mean, he has cleared up a fair bit of the board, but Mind Control is huge right now. I mean, Mind Control, does he have lethal? Because he can dream. So that's lethal. Wait, no, not dream, sorry. Never mind. He doesn't have mana for your Sarah Weakens. I was thinking. No. Yeah. Next turn, I'm pretty
Savjz, I think, needs to draw not swipe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you really can't. Nah, because he's got Dream in hand. There's Awaken.
Yeah, there's Awakens and Dream. There's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, game is done.
That's too bad.
He was just so far behind in cards, and he had like a couple of those hands, a couple turns in a row where it was just those super dead turns before he started getting those keepers out and stuff, and just like he says sometimes when you go first, he went first, he had Wild Growth, and like he just didn't get enough done with those early cards, and then he wasn't drawing into a lot. I mean, it's like it really all came down to to that start that EKOP had with the Priest, like getting the turn 2 coin Blade Master into Circle of Healing, already having his Cleric down was just like basically game over. And he's gonna end it with
EKOP doing the look what I top decked play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have hero powered Savjz. Yeah. Don't know what you're doing, bro. Well, pretty well played. But a bit unfortunate for Savjz. If he played differently, he would have won that game. And that's pretty interesting to see that, you know, you kind of have to see what your outs are. And I think at that point in the game, he only had 10 cards left in his deck.
Yeah, so definitely had a decent chance to get it, but
it's not something that you can really argue too much. I think it's like one side or the other, but the other side would have won that match, and that's fun to know.
Yeah, it is for sure. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, if he didn't have the Holy Nova, he would have won. Or, you know, if he didn't have a combo to clear basically the Shade, he would have been able to win like that. So yeah, it's hard to know in situations like that. Either way, it is going to be EKOP out to an early lead, and he just seems to. This really just seems to be his tournament. It just seems like no matter what he's playing, he's getting the draws he needs. I mean, he got literally the perfect start there. Having Cleric into Coin, Blade Master, Circle of Healing is the best possible start for a priest out of every combination. So, I mean, it's so hard to win when your opponent gets those perfect starts, and so many times throughout the tournament, EKOP has been getting those. He's been playing it really well after that. You know, he gets a lead and he doesn't blow it basically.
Yeah, and same time he's playing pretty well.
Yeah, he's playing
Things
really
are
well.
going. All right, well, we'll
So
have to see what deck Savjz follows up with. I think we're going to take a minute break, give him that chance, and we'll come back and see the next match.
Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes of the Cards number 3. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you give the stream a follow. You can also check him out on Twitter. It is at HitboxHOC on Twitter for Heroes of the Cards, and it is at Hitbox Live on Twitter to follow Hitbox. And we are going to be going into game number 2 here of the upper bracket finals. This is finals day, and it is Savjz versus EKOP. EKOP already have a game with his priest.
Yeah, that priest, all it really had to do is beat the druid, and because it did, EKOP might just take the series here. It's going to be pretty hard to stop him, I think.
Yeah. This whole tournament has been pretty darn hard to stop him. He's just been cruising, so we'll see if that does continue. What do you think we're going to see come out from Savjz, knowing he has to take down this priest? He has Hunter, he has Warrior. If it were you, what would you be picking here?
I'm really not sure. I think both are slightly disfavored against it. It really comes down to the details. Like, did you get greedy and put that extra legendary in the warrior, or do you think your hunter is aggressive enough? You know, it's a bit hard to tell.
Well, it is going to be Warrior, Harrison, and Black Knight. Not exactly the cards you want to be starting out with, so he's just going to mulligan everything, but that is not really the hand he wants either. And on the other side of things, he has Circle of Healing Blade Master. And he's going second, so he can coin Circle of Healing Blade Master. So I mean, I think a warrior has an easier time of dealing with that than a druid does. You know, assuming he gets like an activation for the execute that he already has in hand, that is something to definitely help him out. But still, it's definitely not that easy.
Well, you have the circle, you have the injured blade, you have the thought steal. Oh my god, it just happened again.
Oh my god, literally
The one card!
Yeah.
The one card you needed, the one card you mully out. There it is.
Even Powered Shield is a good draw. I mean, he literally has... Whoa, wait, what? Oh, I guess he's scared of the weapon. He doesn't want to play Cleric into the weapon.
I don't agree with that. I think it's time to Cleric.
Just play it, yeah, no matter what. I mean...
Play it.
Yeah, I think that would be really a mistake, because then you can't get the draw from it next turn. And it's like, what are you saving it for if you're not going to play it now?
You can save it for turn 3 and play that, and then coin the injured blade, then circle heal.
Yeah. I prefer this a lot.
Easy owl.
Yeah.
But the owl does die for free, so again,
yeah,
priest is still in great shape.
Dies for free, and the cleric gets healed back up to full.
Yep.
So
the is probably no way. This just happened twice in a row. Not only did he need those combinations, it's a 3-card combination on turn 2.
Yep.
On top of that, you actually have to go second. Oh, but that draw, that is merciless. Holy cow.
That is big. He definitely needed that. And that puts him back in it, you know, quite a bit more.
Yeah, it does.
He really did need an activation for that execute, and having that there was just absolutely huge.
EKOP gets his own execute. That's a pretty big deal because there are some cards in the warrior deck that are very difficult for the priest to remove, and because priests have to skew so much to properly face the other more aggressive decks, you just can't fit all those in, and getting an execute kind of fixes that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh my. 2 cards, thank you.
Yeah, wow. That's brutal. Well, just gonna ignore it for now. Maybe, I don't think he would have a second owl in his deck, so I don't think there's any chance of him being able to silence it up or anything. He's gonna get multiple draws off this regardless.
I think you'd consider execute here.
Yeah. Certainly think it's pretty reasonable. I mean, you can continue getting draws from this if you want. You can heal it up. You can Powered Shield it again. There's a lot he could do here, but you may want to just get another body down on the board.
I can always Thought Steal as well here.
Yeah. Do you prefer Thought Steal or do you prefer... Okay, so he's just going to heal it up, actually. He's not even going to play either of them.
Well, healing up here actually guarantees 3 cards if there's no execute.
Yeah.
And that's so much that... Yeah, Sylvanas comes down.
Yeah, it is very nice.
No surprise there. But he has the answer to Sylvanas, but it's not a good one. Oh my!
Silence. Wow.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh man, yeah, he can silence Holy Fire for a free kill if he wants, or he can even just silence and
no, not that. I think here can you kill it? Hold on.
The Sylvanas?
2, 3, 4. You have 4 damage with Wild Pyro, Shadow Madness, and Silence. You can get Sylvanas to 1 and silence it. I think that's decent enough.
I think he's just gonna Holy Fire it though. He's thinking about just going it first. I mean, I think he just feels like he's in such a good position. He doesn't need to go for that, and he can't actually use the health. So yeah, it is just gonna be that, and I think that's pretty reasonable as well.
Okay. Man, those cards that could have been though.
Yeah. It's kind of gross that this this Acolyte of Pain is still just chilling there, giving him so many draws. I wonder how many cards has he actually drawn from that now? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. So, I mean, you can just Akanai and kill the Taskmaster off pretty easily here if you want.
Yeah.
I guess it does die to the weapon very easily, though, so maybe that's his hesitation. But with the second Akanai in hand, I don't think that's
Yeah, but if it does die to the weapon, it guarantees 2 draws on the Acolyte.
Yep.
And it also guarantees 2 damage on the Sludge Belcher, which makes it very easy to kill with Shadow Madness.
Yeah.
Now we have Gromash.
We also have to remember that this priest deck does play mind control, so that could be something that comes into play as well. With these, if it's the later the game is going, Ragnaros comes down. Let's see what it hits. That's definitely what he wanted.
Yeah, that is absolutely what he wanted. What answer do you have here if you're the priest?
Sylvanas, I guess. There's not really a lot.
Yeah. The thing is, if Savjz wants to gamble, he has lethal.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because he does have the activation. Hit the face. Gromash gets procced. 10 damage. Plus 8 from Rag, 3 from that. So, yeah, wow. That's 21 plus the additional 4 from the weapon. So he has 25 damage. If Ragnaros
He can't even heal that.
Yeah, if Ragnaros hits face, he has lethal. But at the same time, if you do that and Ragnaros hits Sylvanas, ooh.
Sylvanas sets up, even if it's Sylvanas that doesn't die, it sets up a ridiculous Shadow Madness turn.
Yeah. Gonna heal up the Acolyte. No.
Ooh.
We'll see, man. This has been the tournament of crazy rag plays. Does he actually go for it? I mean, seeing what your opponent's hand is, do you like? Is it worth just risking it? You think?
If he actually had 1 more armor, it would be a 50-50.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if he had armor up one more time, that's what I was just thinking. Because he could have killed off the Acolyte.
Yeah.
But is that your highest % chance to win? It might be because the priest has a full hand.
1 in 3.
Might be it. We'll see what he's gonna go for.
Oh my god.
Think he's gonna go for it? Oh man, here we go. This has been the tournament. This has been the tournament of rags. Let's see if it's Savjz's turn to get lucky. Will it be? Oh no! What's he gonna steal? Oh no! Oh no! Disaster! Disaster!
Oh god.
No. Now watch the rag kill off the Gromash.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah.
He can Pyro, Smite, Shadow Madness, and draw so many cards. He'll lose the Pyromancer, but who cares?
Wait, how many cards does he have in his hand though? 4. He has 9 cards in his hand. He's gonna start burning. Well, I guess he'll.
Oh no, because he only draws a card for every card he uses.
Right. Yeah. So he won't actually burn anything.
But I don't know if he sees this. This is a little bit of a complicated play, and usually with Pyromancer, they're even more. It's just you have to attack last with the guy you took. Yep. Don't attack with don't attack with the Sludge Belcher.
He also just drew a Shadow of Death.
No, you have to smite because you need to heal. Yeah, 4 and 3. Yep, this is the play. He's got it.
Wow.
Perfect.
Ridiculous. And he's going to get the Death Rattle as well. Ouch.
Exactly 10 cards. You get a taunt. It's protecting your rag. You got to heal that turn. That is the best possible turn. I'm glad he made it.
Now, do you just like YOLO Brawl? What else are you going to play here?
I think the priest is going to play another creature. I think you can afford to do nothing.
So, don't even drop the Armor Smith, you think? Just armor up and...
No, the Armor Smith is for the brawl, my friend.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Are you familiar with this game?
I'm familiar, yes. I am familiar with the Armor Smith rule, yeah.
Okay. decision is, do you want to brawl this turn or not? And I think he chose correctly with the not.
Jeez.
No, you don't use Sarah here. You need to heal up every turn. I would actually Injured Blade, Holy Nova, and heal self, I think.
Yeah, that would put you up pretty high on HP.
And it does make a nice Injured Blade. Certainly not Ysera. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it seems like it would just be so greedy.
You probably can't even use Ysera Awakens if you get it. You actually overdraw if you play Ysera. I think out of that hand, Ysera is the worst thing you could do. No, Thought Steal is the worst, and then Ysera. Actually, I think I'd Thought Steal here with that 3. Wait, no, you would overdraw. Okay. Alright, I like this play too. It gets 2 death rattles on the board. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is he gets a Dark Cultist and a 1/2 taunt.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Well, still, that is something that Savjz was definitely hoping for.
That a double taunt's really not that bad, though. Like,
yeah, it's not that bad, but I mean, it's certainly a lot better than if he's left him with Ragnaros or something.
I just don't like Ysera.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be this Ysera.
At least it doesn't overdraw this turn. The Dream is pretty nice. It's so hard for the warrior to deal with those taunts, even if they're just one attackers. They're just super annoying.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any minions to deal with it. I mean, once again, the answer is in hand, and it's always going to be really when you have that many cards.
Yeah.
I think with that, this game has to just be completely done. Yeah, there it is. There's the concede. EKOP going to go up 2 games.
That match really makes you think that Acolyte might actually be a pretty decent card to run the Priest deck as is. That was a Thought Stolen Acolyte that... Was it
like
6 cards?
Yeah, I think it was like 6.
And, I mean, it messed with the board enough that Savjz wouldn't use his weapon, that, you know...
Yeah.
It was a mess. I think that was really the card of that game.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, man.
Well, looks like EKOP is running away with it yet again, but it's not over till it's over. Savjz still has Hunter, and Hunter, probably the worst matchup is Priest, but it's not that bad. And after that, it's, you know, not bad at all. So we'll have to see if Savjz can take back this game. I think he's done it once already. Had he not against Powder? Or was that the first game?
Wait, Savjz? No, Savjz only lost 1 game in that series.
Oh,
he did lose 1 game, but then he did win 3 in a row with his warrior. But yeah, he has yet to lose 2 games. I think he's only lost 2 games in the whole tournament up to this point, and now he's lost 2 in a row against EKOP, who just seems unstoppable. It doesn't seem to matter what deck he plays.
Yeah.
But once again, I mean, 2 games in a row had the cleric into the coin Blade Master Circle of Healing. That's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see if he gets it. We'll see if he gets it again, man.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens when we come back. We're gonna take about a minute break and see possibly the final game of the winners final.
Just pass me by. travel through the light to a city shining bright. Monster Cat.
All right, we're back. We're getting ready here to see the third game between Savjz and EKOP. EKOP's been running away with Priest quite easily here. Again, it's kind of how I mentioned at the start, where if Priest can get rid of that Druid, which is kind of an even matchup, I think Savjz's decks are pretty unfavored against it. Now, the Hunter is probably in the middle. I'd say the Warrior is the biggest dog out of the three, but again, it's not by too much. And Hunters, if they can get those Undertakers at the start, it's really hard for Priest to come back. Even with a Circle, sometimes it's a bit too late.
Very true. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Savjz is going to be able to get anything done here. I mean, you know, like you said, if he can get that proper start, he definitely has a good shot at it at least. But a lot is going to come down to the start, and we've seen just the best starts. Oh wow, that is a hand. Oh my god. He doesn't even have to mulligan. He already has the perfect hand.
Yeah, he really does. Going first, Undertaker. EKOP's got the silence though, and wisely he's choosing to keep it.
Yep.
It is going to stop a lot of that damage, giving him a chance to draw into answers and possibly come back in the game.
Well, he's not going to have that ideal hand this time around. At least not to start. So, do you think you just silence it right now, or do you wait?
I think you can wait to try to get a Pyromancer. I think one turn is not too devastating.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Especially because, you know, it's a 0 mana cost card. It's not like he's gonna mess anything up by waiting till next turn with his mana.
Adamanis is pretty good too. But no, I think you have to silence here. I think it's starting to get a little out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Well, still pretty insane board right there, but he does have answers coming up. I mean, he has the Holy Nova. You know, he can't use it this turn, but he could coin Holy Nova next turn. He has, oh god,
okay.
Pyro now stuff's gonna start getting done.
Yeah.
He has Pyro, Power Art Shield. He has coin to proc it as well, and this is part of the reason that going second with Priest is so big, because with that coin, it just gives you the extra activation. He's actually gonna decide to Shadow Madness here, perhaps, and just.
I think he just doesn't want a trap up.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Well, yeah, I would have thought he would steal the Mad Scientist and run it into the Gnome so that there wasn't a trap, like you said. He could steal that Death Rattle away.
It does put each of those creatures at 1 health.
Yeah.
But the counter's coming.
You can tell this is really like desperation time kind of.
Oh no! Oh my god, that troll!
Oh my god, man.
He just put them all at 1 health. A very questionable play from EKOP probably signals to Savjz that he doesn't have a Pyro, but in fact, that's exactly what he has. It's devastating.
No. Yeah. I feel like that's the end.
I mean, you just ran out of steam completely.
Yeah, he just went all in on it after the Pyro play, and now, I mean, the top deck Pyro comes out and clears everything up, and how the heck do you come back from that?
I think you try to attack here because you might get snakes, and if you get snakes, you can kill them with Thought Steal, which is even more brutal.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it is snake trap.
Yeah, yeah. Why not, man? Why not? It's just literally.
No,
the deck
Holy
that-
Nova was a mistake here if that's what he was thinking of doing. Yeah, it's heal Thoughtsteal play. Yep. And, I mean, you can never have too much annoying garbage against the Hunter, because that's what he's going to try to play into you. Oh, the bow is a huge draw, though.
Yeah, definitely really big, especially, with a trap up there. Could get the other charge.
Because it is a priest, though, he's not actually under pressure to attack. Like, the priest can stall out the entire game if he wants.
Yeah, you just heal every turn.
Mm-hmm. Now, most likely this is freeze trap, but we don't know for sure. Not playing those makes me think it might be explosive. I have seen explosive run on a few Hunter decks, though I'm not sure this is one of those.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw double explosive in Lothar's Hunter deck yesterday, so it's definitely possible that there is explosive traps in there, but, hard to know in this situation.
I have seen some Priest versus Hunter games that just, the Priest decks the Hunter, just not to take any potential additional damage from the bow.
Yeah.
And I think with that hand, that is a possible outcome.
Yeah, definitely is, man. I mean, what more could you want? He has everything.
Can't deal with that. I think you just go for it here.
I don't think there's really a
Oh
lot
my
of
god, it
options.
is Snake Trap. That's a disaster. That's a perfect clear with Holy Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
beast! Hello!
Oh my god. No,
Have a-
EKOP, he's probably gonna play it too.
It's pretty good against Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, if he Holy Novas, he's gonna heal up the Death Rattle prog.
Oh, no.
I mean, he can attack it. Yeah.
It's true, you can't...
You can't get the little guys dead.
Yeah, you can't get the little guys.
He would kill his pyro by doing that. But still, I think you just do it anyway. It clears
You
everything
can
else.
circle heal after that.
Yeah. And you can kill
You
one
really
little
want-
spider dude anyway. I mean, actually, no, you can kill them both with your minions after.
Yeah, that's true.
Kill them with your minions after. So, yeah, he can do full clear. And not with spells, but he can just attack in with those if he wants.
He is choosing to do that.
Yep, and just heal
Looks
himself
good
up.
to me.
Yeah. Anything that clears the board looks pretty damn good at this point.
He gained 1 life. He gained 2 life from the Holy Nova in addition to the hero power, but because he gave the bow a
Yeah.
charge, he effectively had a net -1.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not really that worried about it. He still has Holy Fire in his hand to heal as well, plus the deal damage. I mean, he has a couple ways that he can heal back up.
The thing is, though, 13 is like kind of danger zone, because that's where you can play like a web spin or kill command, hero power bow. So, right now, EKOP is not out of this.
No. Well, I mean, knowing that, do you think that you just Holy Fire then?
I think you do.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad play. I think you can just kill off the owl, go face with your stuff, and Holy Fire and Hero Power yourself. You can just drop the cleric if you want to do that as well. But yeah, I think just putting yourself as far away from lethal as possible. Oh, really?
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so because they're gonna die, you want to sack them off.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe it's not worth circle healing. But you
Yeah.
could have played the novice and drawn 3 from the circle heal.
I guess it's just a question of what are you really looking for if you're drawing, What do you not have?
The
in
other
your
Holy
hand?
Fire.
Yeah.
Though a lot of decks don't run 2. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
which
that's what I was
case
gonna
this
say.
is.
Like, I'm not sure if he really even has to.
Oh, Huffer in every day. And right now I think he's missing lethal. No, wait, he has lethal. Sylvanas, Death Sylvanas is lethal.
Well, wait. He also has Akanai, Soul Priest.
That's not enough though.
6, 7. Yeah, you would be off by 1. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because he got Huffer, he got lethal now.
Is he gonna do that? I wonder.
Best play. I don't know if he
Yeah,
sees
you're
it.
right. Yeah. Yeah, that is lethal with that.
No, it looks like he's gonna miss
That
lethal
would be
here.
a really clever play, actually.
Lethal missed.
Yep.
I want EKOP to lose so badly right now, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's possible.
What if he misclicks? What if he plays a minion and then circle heals twice?
I don't know, man.
Oh my god. He had to top deck it. Well, I guess if you want to be really dirty, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, thank you, Sam, as well. It's a clean
Oh,
sweep for
God.
EKOP over Savjz. And jeez, man, how do you beat this guy? He just does not seem to lose in this tournament. That is,
Not at all.
oh, that is just brutal. He's now 12-1. Am I right? Yeah, 12-1, I think.
Yep.
Jeez, and he's in the grand finals, already guaranteeing himself a top 2 finish for EKOP. So, Savjz definitely not the result that he was hoping for.
Savjz actually has to go back and play Powder again.
Yeah, and that's what we were kind of talking about yesterday, how Powder probably wants that matchup because the way that ended was definitely disappointing for Powder. You know, he ended up getting DC'd out at the end.
And I think he had a chance to... I mean, he had a chance to prolong the game. I don't think he was in a good spot when he DC'd. But
it could have gone either way at that
yeah,
point.
it could have. It really could have.
Like, it was legitimately like a 50-50 game. It was just going to depend on what came up in the next couple turns.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to give the players a little bit of time to set up. I think we're going to be about 5-6 minutes out, but when we come back, we're going to see Savjz versus Powder yet again. The winner of that will play EKOP in the grand final thereafter. So, lots of cool matches to come. Stay tuned.